Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Come On Shine, and today we are going to study Othello. Okay, let's get started with the introduction part. Othello is a tragedy written by William Shakespeare, and it was published in 1st November 1604. So before going to the story, I would like to disclose the character list. We have to study character list. Okay, so first of all, the protagonist of the play, who is Othello. He is the Venetian military general, and the whole story revolves around this character. He is the black man, the mover, and the second important character is Desdemona. She is the wife of Othello and daughter of Venetian senator. And the third character is Desdemona's father, Brabantio. Means the Brabantio was the Venetian senator and was never agreed to his daughter's marriage with Othello because he was the mover. But later he had to accept this marriage. How, we will see later in this story, okay? Now comes the villain character, Iago. Iago is the soldier in Othello's military. Othello blindly trusts on him, which led him to his tragic flaw. One more important character is Cassio. He is also the soldier in Othello's military. Cassio is a very honest man and Othello's favorite man. And one more character is Emilia, who is the wife of Iago and Desdemona's maid. She is also playing a very important role in the play, which we will see in the story part. So now let's come to the story. The story starts from the street of Venice in Italy, where Rodrigo and Iago were talking. Rodrigo was actually a very wealthy man. He was claiming Iago that, Iago, you told me to introduce Desdemona to me, and Desdemona now eloped with your general Othello. You cheated me, Iago. Then Iago replied, No, I also hate him as you do, because Othello made Cassio his lieutenant instead of choosing me. Then they made plan and went to Desdemona's father's, Brabantio's house. And Iago cried to Brabantio, Zounds, sir, you are robbed. For shame. Put on your gown, your heart is burst, and you have lost half of your soul. Even very now, an old black ram is stopping your white ewe. Ewe means here lamb. Arise. Awake the snorting citizens with the bell, or else the devil will make a grand czar of you. Arise, sir, I say. Iago cried to Brabantio. In short, they conveyed the message of Desdemona's elopement to her father. And now Brabantio was extremely furious. Means after listening this, what his daughter did, he was very much furious. Then what Iago did? Iago was very clever man. He went to Othello after that and said that, Sir, Desdemona's father now knew about your elopement. He is about to come to you, sir. Othello was not scared by this. He was saying that he didn't commit a crime. He just loved. Meanwhile, Brabantio appeared and took Othello to the Duke. Duke was talking about Turkey's attack with his fellow. And Duke gave chance to Othello to explain himself. Actually, Brabantio was saying that this moor Othello must have caught my daughter by black magic. Othello replied proudly that it's not black magic, sir. We just love each other. Then they called Desdemona to clarify this. Here, Desdemona also gave explanation in favor of Othello and said, My noble father, I do perceive here a divided duty. To you, I am bound of for life and education. My life and education both do learn me how to respect you. You are the lord of my duty. I am hitherto your daughter, but here's my husband. And so much duty as my mother showed to you, preferring you before her father, So much I challenge that I may profess due to the moor, my lord. After listening this, Duke thought that Turkey's attack is going on and we need Othello in the war. Also, then why not to take decision in favor of Othello and Desdemona? Now their marriage is, after this decision, their marriage is also legalized. Then Duke ordered to Othello that you have to go to Cyprus to handle Venetian army and you have to defend Cyprus from Turkey's attack. After this scene, they means Othello, Desdemona, Iago, Rodrigo and army moved to Cyprus. Meanwhile, the news came from Governor Montano. Who was the governor? Montano. That heavy cyclone might drown the Turkey's army and ship. On the other side, Cassio, who was promoted to lieutenant in Othello's army, having friendly terms with Desdemona too. And Iago in later scenes took advantage of this friendship to sweet poisoning to Othello, okay? Actually, after the news of drowning Turkey's army, Othello went to sleep with Desdemona in the room and said Cassio to take care and not to party so much, okay? Meanwhile, Iago was making plans that how he would take revenge from Othello. Then what he did? He made Cassio drunk by stealth. Here stealth means chupke se, okay? And made him fought with Montano. They were fighting and Othello was sleeping in the room, and by listening this noise coming from outside that Cassio and Montano was fighting, Othello came out from the room and saw Cassio drunk. After watching that he drunk, he took back the post of lieutenant from Cassio, by which Cassio was very much depressed. On the other side, Iago said to Desdemona that Cassio is a good man and your friend too. Why not you suggest Othello to not do so? That to not take back the post of lieutenant from Cassio? So here friends, you can ask that why Iago did like this, that firstly he made Cassio drunk and lost his post, and again he talked to Desdemona to advise Mr. Othello to forgive him, to forgive Cassio. Actually, Iago had a solid plan here, which will be disclosed later. Actually, he is going to take advantage of this scene. After that, Iago started conveying time to time Othello that Desdemona is cheating on you, sir. She has an affair with Cassio. Othello doesn't care at first about this, but Iago keeps doing so again and again. Okay? Means Iago was putting this message in Othello's mind that Desdemona is cheating on him. Now what happens? Desdemona had a handkerchief which was given by Othello, and this handkerchief was the sign of their love. And Emilia, Iago's wife, she was maid servant of Desdemona, as I told before. Iago told Emilia to bring that handkerchief to him. Emilia said, Why? Why you need this? So he just aggressively said that, bring that to me. And Emilia steals the handkerchief from Desdemona and said, I am glad I have found this napkin. This was her first remembrance from the moor. My wayward husband hath 100 times wooed me to steal it, but she so loves the token that she reserves it evermore about her. To kiss and talk to, I will have the work ta'en out, and give it to Iago. What he will do with it, heaven knows, not I. I nothing but to please his fantasy. Then she gave it to Iago and said, If it be not for some purpose of import, give it to me again, poor lady, she will run mad when she shall lack it. Okay? Then Iago silently dropped this handkerchief to Cassio's cabin and came to Othello and scandalizing means making angry, and said, "Sir, I can show you evidence that Desdemona is literally cheating on you. This time I can show you the evidence that how she's cheating on you, okay?" Othello said, "What is it?" "Sir, the handkerchief which you gave Desdemona as your love token. I saw that handkerchief was with Cassio." Othello went to Desdemona and asked that handkerchief. He asked that handkerchief. Desdemona, terrified, and started searching worriedly. Now Othello's doubt was cleared this time, and he became so much angry and ordered Iago to kill Cassio. Now again Iago scandalizing Othello that, "Okay, I will kill Cassio. But what about Desdemona? I also know that they means Desdemona and Cassio also slept together." By listening this, Iago became so much furious, so much mad at Desdemona. Now Othello decided to kill Desdemona. Meanwhile, Iago took Rodrigo with him to kill Cassio. Means Iago took help of Rodrigo to kill Cassio. And Cassio was coming from Bianca was Cassio's girlfriend. So Cassio was coming from Bianca's house, Bianca's place. And Rodrigo attacked him. But luckily, Cassio Rodrigo itself and ran away. And when Rodrigo asked help from Iago, Iago killed Rodrigo too. Why he killed him? Not to open his mouth, not to explain the truth that what he did to Othello. So when Rodrigo cried, that side Othello thought that Iago killed Cassio. Now is the turn to kill Desdemona with pillow. Then Emilia came and shocked that Othello killed Desdemona and explains the truth that how Iago took handkerchief to misdirect you. Emilia explains the truth that how Iago asked that handkerchief from her and keep it to Cassio's cabin to misdirect you, to mislead you, okay? Now Othello understood the reality and he was feeling so guilty. Meanwhile, Othello came to see what is going on with Othello, whether he killed Desdemona or not. So this time when Iago appeared in front of Othello, Othello started killing. Means Othello tried to kill Iago. So what Iago did? Iago brings Emilia in front of Othello and Emilia was killed by Othello instead of Iago. Wow. Then Othello killed himself too because of grief, so much grief and pain, guilt. And Iago runs away. But later he caught and executed. And that's the end of the story, end of the play. I hope you liked this story, liked this video, and if you literally did, then please give me a thumbs up and like, share, subscribe. Bye. Take care.